Great news! After years of discussions, Congress has just given the green light to a significant boost in Social Security and Supplemental Security Income (SSI) payments. Beneficiaries will now receive an extra $200 each month, adding up to $2,400 more annually. This increase aims to support seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans facing higher living costs. It's a big deal for over 65 million Americans, including retired workers, disabled individuals, survivors, and low-income seniors and disabled folks on SSI. This is the largest increase in over 40 years, providing much-needed relief to those struggling financially. In over 4 decades, offering a lifeline to seniors, disabled people, and veterans who have been struggling to make ends meet as food, housing, healthcare, and other essentials skyrocket. Let's briefly list the affected federal programs and vulnerable communities they serve. Over 65 million Americans, including retired workers, disabled people, and survivors, receive retirement benefits from Social Security. Supplemental Security Income, SSI, helps low-income seniors and those with disabilities pay for basic needs like food, clothing, and shelter. SSDI provides benefits to 8 million disabled workers and some family members who worked and paid Social Security taxes before becoming disabled. Veterans Affairs benefits include a range of programs providing disability compensation, pensions, and other support to over 5 million veterans who served in the U.S. military and their families for decades. Critics have long argued that these programs' annual cost of living adjustments are tied to the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners, which fails to accurately reflect the inflation experienced by seniors and the disabled, who often face higher medical costs and other unique expenses. So what does this newly approved $2,400 raise entail? The full $2,400 annual increase, or $200 monthly, applies to Social Security beneficiaries. The annual increase would be $4,800. Starting with December 2024 benefits, the new payout amounts will increase 8.7%. Due to program rules, lower-income SSI recipients could see an even higher percentage increase, such as a $1,800 Social Security recipient receiving $2,000 or a couple receiving $2,400 Social Security receiving $7,200. Imagine how much that would help over 100 million poor households in all 50 states. Financial boost proponents say it reduces financial stress, improves mental health, increases independence, and may raise some people over the poverty line. However, not everyone is cheering this arrangement. Critics say the $2,400 number is too high, risking inflation and Social Security's long-term stability compared to private retirement programs. Concerns remain that this boost will still fall short for lower-income beneficiaries without broader affordability reforms in housing and healthcare. How will the $125 billion price tag for this COA increase be covered? Around $90 billion will come from further drawing down the Social Security Trust Fund reserves, which some call unsustainable. The remaining amount will be funded by raising the taxable income cap. Implement a new corporate stock buyback tax and policies to keep more retirement funds invested longer for beneficiaries and advocacy groups who have been pleading for a meaningful COA for years, a hard-fought victory that provides substantial relief, even if temporary reactions range from gratitude that vulnerable voices were finally heard to cautions that broader reforms are still needed, as one beneficiary shared after being nickel and dimed. Based on current predictions and funding levels, the Social Security Trust Fund reserves can only pay out full payments until 2037, therefore pulling down a large percentage accelerates depletion. The other, raising the taxable income cap and imposing extra taxes, are temporary fixes that don't fix systemic concerns. Many experts argue that more substantial reforms are needed to shore up Social Security for future generations. Possible solutions include raising the retirement age, changing cost of living adjustments, means testing for higher income beneficiaries, and gradually increasing payroll tax rates. These initiatives eventually meet opposition from stakeholder groups worried about their impact and fairness. The political disagreement and polarization over Social Security reform show how difficult it is to modernize the nearly 90-year-old program to be financially viable for decades while still adequately supporting America's aging population and those with disabilities. With rapidly changing demographics and longer life expectancies straining the system, kicking the can further down the road is becoming untenable. This would hinder the Fed's efforts to tame stubbornly high inflation from interest rate hikes to cool demand, while some suggest that giving cash to groups more likely to spend them on essentials could boost the economy with less inflation than other fiscal policies. There may be productivity gains if the raise allows beneficiaries to afford better nutrition, health care, and general well-being. As with many economic factors, the final effects will likely be mixed across sectors and regions, regardless of long-term implications and reform. The $2,400 CA increase was a vital and universally celebrated decision in the near term to help America's most vulnerable socioeconomic groups simply keep their heads above water. For millions of seniors and disabled people on fixed incomes, every dollar coming in makes a difference in affording basic necessities that have risen sharply in cost over the past years. The testimonials and reactions reinforce just how much this raise stands to. It gives hope and validation that circumstances matter in the face of economic adversity. As the news of the historic $2,400 cost of living adjustment sinks in, ripple effects are already being felt and anticipated across multiple sectors and social services. The devil will be in the details of how this substantial financial boost is distributed and used. This cash infusion could stave off difficult decisions between needs and wants that so many fixed-income households have had to contend with in recent years, but it may not improve their lifestyles or retirement experience, where the boost could have enormous implications. Shore up gaps in affordable housing, food insecurity, lack of access to health care, and other social safety net deficiencies among low-income beneficiaries by relieving some of the financial strain. This could free up funds to secure stable housing, buy healthier food, and afford critical medical care or medications that were previously out of reach, improving health. Lower hospitalizations and costs. Localities with high numbers of low-income elderly and disabled people may demand more cheap housing. Food banks, pantries, community clinics, and other critical social services, nonprofit organizations, and local governments providing these resources may need to increase capacity and staffing to meet the potential surge in need as beneficiaries have more money to direct toward access. Proper planning and coordination will be key to ensuring the raise translates into tangible quality of life improvements. If this video helps, please like it. Thank you for watching this important update. Remember, these changes will make a real difference in the lives of millions of Americans. Stay informed by subscribing to our channel for more updates on Social Security, benefits, and other vital topics affecting our communities. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button now.